Earlier on in the year, we ran a competition with heat bees to see if someone out there could challenge me to cook a great dish on a barbecue. Well, Alexandra from Queensland, you won. Your idea to get me to cook a seafood paella on this barbecue at the restaurant that you'll be coming to was a cracker. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to make it. What I've got is my paella pan, nice and fat, and I'll just pop it straight onto my barbecue. The next thing I'm going to do is pour a nice big sploosh splash of olive oil straight on top. There's about a quarter of a cup on there. Now I'm going to put what we call the sofrito, which is basically roasted red peppers like this with onions, garlic and some coriander that have been pureed up. And this forms the base of the paella. And all you do is just stir that around until it starts to fry nicely. Hear that? Plenty of heat coming from the beads, and this will make a beautiful, tasty paella. I'm going to put a nice amount of salt in there. Now, while I'm cooking this, I'm going to put a few olives in here. I've got what we call queen green olives, nice, big, fat, juicy green olives from Spain, where all good things come from. I've also got beautiful Kalamata olives. There we go. Now I've got some saffron. Saffron comes from Spain. It's a beautiful, beautiful little, we call it a spice. There's a lot here, I know, but hey, I love saffron. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is just stir that around, and you can see it bubbling away. The next thing I'm going to put is some chorizo. A little bit around the outside like this. I love sausage and everything. You know, it just gives it a bit of flavour, and a nice bit of fat in there is always going to make my paella delicious. Now, paella rice, Kalispara rice. Now, what I'm going to do is put a couple of handfuls in here. About a handful per person, and always put a couple of extra bits in there, because you never know who might be showing up. There we go. There's enough there for maybe 6 or 7 people. All I do is stir that around to make sure that the rice is coated with all those oils and the sofrito. Just makes it beautiful. The next thing I'm going to add is some smoked paprika. I've used this many times. That gives it a great flavour. About a tablespoon in there is all you need. Just stir that around, and then I'll start to go all the way through my paella. Now, what I'm going to add is some pippies. I love pippies. They give it a great flavour, and as these cook, all the juices will come out of it. It's about a cup in there. Beautiful. The next thing I'll add are some mussels. Beautiful black mussels. Just straight in there, and as these cook again, all the juices will come straight out of it. Give that a bit of a stir around like that. Now, the next thing I'm going to add is some stock. Now, I've got about 4 or 5 handfuls of rice in there, and I'm going to need at least that in stock. So what I do is pour my stock in there like that, till it's about a finger digit above the rice. There we go. A little bit more. Now, this will take about 20 minutes or so to cook. But what I'm going to do is put the lid on now, and in about 10 minutes, I'll take the lid off and I'll put the rest of the seafood on. There we go. It's been simmering away for about 10 minutes, and you can see the flavour coming out of that is incredible. What I'm going to do now is throw a few of these shrimp on here. Now, you can use whatever seafood you like, even chicken if you want. Doesn't really matter, but I like cooking a seafood, especially in the summertime outside of my restaurant like this. Couldn't think of anything better to eat. A little bit of calamari around the outside there, and as all this seafood cooks, all the juices from the seafood go into the rice and get absorbed, and that's what gives you great flavour. Now, I've got some big, beautiful prawns here. These are beautiful. I've had the veins taken out of them, so they're nice and clean, and this is where you can get sort of creative. I just arrange the prawns around the outside like this, so it looks really good when you present it to all your guests that are going to be eating it. And what I'll do is just a little sprinkle of salt, just to make sure it tastes really nice. And of course, Janella isn't here, so I can get away with using plenty of salt. There we go, it looks fantastic. Alexandra from Queensland, you threw down the challenge, and I think I met you. This is a great looking dish. It smells fantastic. I just can't wait to eat this.